Hey everyone, it's Adam DeGrade here with another micro motivation. Last week, I discussed the tragedy on a Sea-Doo. You should check it out. It's actually pretty funny. On how someday just ain't gonna be today was basically what I talked about. This little sneaky thing has been sneaking up on me all week long, and it's called anger. I'm usually not an angry person. At least I don't feel like I'm an angry person. But I found myself just thinking to myself, wow, I'm really angry. And I would react snippy, or something would happen and I would be like, I'd get upset. And sometimes I'd even use a profanity. And just this has been something that's been hitting me pretty hard this week. And I didn't realize that I was dealing with it. And the Bible talks about anger, and it talks about how it's okay to be angry, but to sin not. The actual passage is in Ephesians chapter 4. Verses 25 through 27, and it says, "Therefore, each of you must put off falsehood and speak truthfully to his neighbor, for we are all members of one another." Interesting, right? And then specifically follows up with saying, "Be angry, yet do not sin. Do not let the sun set on your anger, and do not give the devil a foothold." I really don't know how to do this very effectively and very well. I don't know if you guys have the exact same problem, but I've got a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. They were just screaming at the top of their lungs today, and I'm trying to do something, and they're interrupting what I wanted to do, and anger just came out. I was like, guys, and I just started raising my voice, and I realized that I was actually sinning. And this is something that is very, very difficult for me to do, and I don't know if you guys experience the same thing. Maybe some of you do. And then there was a verse that I read in regards to finding peace. And that verse is in Colossians chapter 3, verse 15. It says, "Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts. Since as members of one body," there it is again, "we were called to peace and to be thankful. Let the message of Christ dwell among you richly as you teach and admonish one another, all with wisdom through psalms, hymns, and songs from the Spirit, singing to God with gratitude in your hearts." Now, it sounds easy when you read that, but if you stub your toe, or I was even golfing the other day and I just kept shanking the ball, it was horrible, and this little demon of anger just kept coming up. Not a literal demon, but that's what I kind of felt like. And I sat down this morning on the couch and my kids were watching Beauty and the Beast, and I couldn't help but think, as Beast was trying to control himself around the beauty, he just kept just letting it out. And I said, man, I am so much like that. And I just want to admonish us all, including myself, that it's okay to be angry, but we've got to fight the temptation to sin. And that'll come through letting Christ's peace dwell within us. And I got to admit, I'm not very good at that, but I want to be better at it. And hopefully you guys want to be better at it as well too. So remember, be angry, do not sin, and let the peace of Christ reign in your heart. And just so you know, you're not alone. This is not easy. It's not for the faint of heart. But there is a promise that if we seek first his kingdom, all these things will be added to us. And I believe that comes with the fact if we recognize we're angry, immediately seek the peace of Christ, and who knows, maybe we can get better at it. This has been a Micro Motivation with Adam DeGrade. Remember, if you can't make your point under 4 minutes, you might not have one to make. Have an awesome, awesome day.